Everyone's talking about how do we get through this time. So let me give you advice. If you wake up in the morning and you feel like Hashem chose you, the one thing he chose you for is greatness. Hashem doesn't choose his Jews for comfort. That ship has sailed. He chooses you for greatness. But many times in life, when you live in a world with a lot of competing responsibilities, it's hard to be great spiritually. We're busy. There's a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of noise coming around us right now. And we've got two choices. Choice one, get lost in the tumult. Check the news 40 times a day, as if. Go check out the death toll in Italy. God should bless them. Make sure that we get enough WhatsApps circulating in our world so our hearts have to we have to breathe heavy 40 times a day. That's one way to deal with it. Get lost in the tumult. And when you get lost in the tumult, what's really happening is you're really deep down saying, I still rely on the doctors and on the world to navigate me through this. Are they done yet? Did they fix it yet? But there's another way. And another way is to realize that Hashem has chosen me to be in his nation now, and he wants big things from me. The other way to do it is to block out the noise and think about who we want to be in a year from now. In next Pesach, hopefully Mashiach will come. What kind of Jew do I want to be? What kind of parent do I want to be? What kind of spouse do I want to be? What kind of person do I want to be with Hashem? What we need to do now is, as soon as we feel like HaKadosh Baruch Hu chose us, we need to look up and have big visions, big goals for ourselves. And while the whole world is tumulting, we need to stay locked in to work, to be that person that we can be, to walk through the desert of our lives, to fix our relationships, to study where we have to study, to pray where we have to pray, to become the person that we deep down know we could be, but the distractions of the world have thrown us. The work during this period of time is to feel Hashem's choosing and to be able to say, I'm choosing greatness over comfort. I'll walk through a desert. To have big goals and to have a real action plan. Because when you wake up every morning and you're working towards your greatness, when you're working towards being the person you can be, you lock in. You don't have as much time for the tumult around you. And my bracha to each and every one of us is that we don't get lost in this message. We realize who we are. We realize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has chosen us to be part of his wonderful nation at the time where he's chosen in the past. We realize that what lies ahead of us may be a little uncomfortable, but in between Egypt and the Promised Land is a desert. And if we're willing to have bigger visions of ourselves than we had before, and if we're willing to put in the hard work and walk through the desert with him, Mirz Hashem, we should be zocha to reach a point both personally and communally, to see a time where we get to see Yerushalayim, and hopefully with Mashiach, may it come soon in our days. Amen.